Chapter 188, Something That Can Punish a Huang. Zhu Tui delivered food to Zhao Soxui every day at noon on Saturday. There was a portion of garlic oil with wheat vegetables, a portion of fried sea fish, and a small portion of sweet corn rice. They were basically all to Zhao Xu's taste. Actually, he should have brought a fruit salad. However, these things were a little expensive in the restaurant. He felt that it would be better if he made them himself. Zhu Tui had thought about eating with Zhao Soxui, but that would mean that the takeover amount would be too much. The key was that the takeaway cost was not cheap. He would save what he could. Actually, he just wanted to save some money. Zhu Tui arrived at Research Institute number 14 at 12:30 p.m. He ate quickly by himself. In Zhuo Qingqing's words, that was not eating, it was pouring. And Zhao Soxui did not say much. She took the food that Zhu Tui had bought and slowly ate it. Zhu Tui washed his hands and took out a banana from the fridge. He peeled it and he cut it into sections. He peeled an apple and cut it into pieces. A tangerine was skinned and dissected. A dragon fruit was peeled and cut. He took out a transparent glass bowl. Actually, from a girl's point of view, it would be a glass bowl. 1. He put all the cut fruits in and shook them evenly with his mind power. Then, he poured a box of yogurt over them and shook them gently. The homemade fruit salad was completed. 2 transparent fruit forks were placed. And voila! Perfect! Life required a sense of ritual. Fruits could be eaten just like that, but a fruit salad required a sense of ritual. Zhu Tui had learned this from his father. It was delicious and healthy. The key was that it saved money and could be eaten by 2 people. Miss Anne, I made a fruit salad. Try a piece. Zhu Tui handed over a fruit fork and ate a piece for himself. And Zhao Soxui ate a small piece first, then another. How is it? Not bad. It's not too sweet like the fruit salad outside. It's just right. Zhu Tui, you can cook? And Zhao Soxui asked. Just barely. My parents have to work and are quite busy. However, in order to let me eat better, they have been cooking at home. I often help them out. Sometimes, when they come back late or on weekends, I will cook something for myself when I'm older. Anyway, as long as there are ingredients at home, I won't starve to death, Zhu Tui said. And Zhao Soxui was stunned. She nodded gently and said, That's great. Zhu Tui did not quite understand what Zhao Soxui meant by that. He saw Zhao Soxui pouting at a document beside her. Sign that document later. Then, go to the service hall on the 16th floor of the Research Institute. You've been there before. Update your information. Change your identity verification information. Also, register your personal account information in the finance department of the Genetic Research Institute. What's this? See for yourself. Assistant researcher? Zhu Tui was stunned for a moment. I've become an assistant researcher? Miss N, does that mean that I have a job and can get my salary? Happiness came very suddenly. There was a world of difference between an intern researcher and an assistant researcher. Assistant researcher was both a position and a title. Yes, something like that. You'll get your salary next month. However, because you're still a student, your salary is still a little low. About 10,000 yuans a month. Therefore, I applied for a special research allowance of 10,000 yuans a month in the name of our Research Institute number 14. This is from our research funds account. I can transfer this to you now. Zhu Tui's surprise was indescribable. Was 10,000 yuan a month not high? It was high for him. Zhu Tui's parents only received slightly more than 10,000 a month. In addition to the 10,000 yuan special research allowance, it was more than 20,000 a month. It was a high income. Zhu Tui instantly felt that he was on the path to becoming a tall, rich, and handsome man. His children will definitely be a rich second-generation heir in the future. However, when Zhu Tui converted 20,000 yuans into level E energy restoration elixirs, he felt a little dispirited. He could only buy 4 bottles. 4 bottles were not enough for one night. Huang, give it to him now, and Zhao Soxui instructed softly. A few seconds later, Zhu Tui received 2 messages on his communication device. The content of the message stunned Zhu Tui. The first message indicated that Zhu Tui's personal income in August was 10,000 yuans. The second message indicated that Zhu Tui had received 620,000 yuans into his personal account. The source of the transfer was the Research Institute number 14. The transfer memo said that it was a gift. Huang, did you make a mistake? Why did you transfer 620,000 yuans in cash? Zhu Tui was surprised. I'm a super quantum computer with advanced artificial intelligence. How can I make such a low-level mistake? This is what Zhao Xoxui instructed. Huang's despicable voice sounded, "Missin. Do you remember when I fought Haruji during the actual exchange on Thursday? Prav forcefully intervened and saved Haruji's life. I remember. After that, he used 5 species of mutated creatures unique to the India sector as an apology. He gave 10 of each species to Principal Wen as a gift. It's like this. Do you think that the old man in the India sector is very generous? It seems like he's quite a good person, doesn't it?" And Zhao Xoxui snorted. Don't be fooled by his appearance. That old man, Prav, is very cunning. This unique mutated species was indeed very valuable for research. However, in terms of research base, 10 of each species was not enough. With such a research base, it was impossible to carry out effective research. Moreover, the mutated species that he mentioned are indeed unique to the India sector. However, the Wuxia sector does not care about them, and Zhao Xoxui said. This time, Zhu Tui was a little confused. "Missin, weren't those species unique to India sector? Why is the Wuxia sector not interested in it? Do you understand the clearing mission? Among the clearing missions, the most abundant and profitable one is to search for all kinds of mutated species and bring them back. There were so many people doing clearing missions. Therefore, it was not rare for the old man to send over mutated creatures that were unique to India sector. Moreover, it has no research value to the Research Institute number 14, so I sold all of them. There's a total of 620,000 yuans after tax deduction. I heard from Huang that you seem to be short of money recently and have been thinking of ways to get money. I'll transfer it to you first," and Zhao Xoxui said. Zhu Tui was stunned. He looked up again. Why did Huang know everything? However, he could not accept the money. "Miss Anne, our research institute is short of money. You should keep this money for the research institute. I can earn it myself. The lack of research funds for the research institute has been resolved by you. Take a look at another document." The document this time was directly projected to Zhu Tui by Huang. Zhu Tui was amused when he saw it. Professor Luo Shifeng was quite efficient. He had just released the results on Tuesday, but he had already completed the preliminary replication and written the research thesis on Saturday. He had even passed the approval of the Wuxia Genetic Evolution College. This efficiency was too impressive. Zhu Tui instantly thought of something else. The bonus! If this research produced results, there would definitely be a lot of bonuses. Therefore, Zhu Tui could not accept the 620,000 that Zhao Xoxui had given him. Cut the crap. Just accept what I give you. If you don't accept it, you won't be able to receive it in the future, and Zhao Xoxui suddenly said. Why is that? Zhu Tui was confused. That's because our research institute number 14 uses more research funds every year. In the past, Huang was always in charge of the detailed declaration of funds. However, because there had not been much progress in the past few years, the Research Institute had to send a financial inspector to our Research Institute number 14. Although the use of our funds has always been regulated, it might not be as convenient as it is now in the future. Consider this money as an additional reward from the Research Institute number 14. If we transfer it to you in advance, no one will be able to say no. T-ask. It's all because you're too stingy. You couldn't even bear to buy a fruit salad and had to make it yourself. Zhao Xoxui couldn't stand it anymore, so she transferred the money to you. Zhu Tui was thinking when Huang, a high-level artificial retard, suddenly said this. Wouldn't it be healthier and tastier to cook for myself? Zhu Tui was furious. Yes, your fruit salad does taste better. I like it very much. And Zhao Xoxui took the initiative to help Zhu Tui out. Then, she said softly, Huang, write down the 100 sounds of a dog barking using your computer language simulation. Then, copy it 100 times on the projection screen. And Zhao Xoxui had said that to Huang. Huang, who had been trying to make things difficult for Zhu Tui, instantly surrendered and begged, Zhao Xoxui, I didn't do it on purpose. I just wanted to tease. 200 types of barking. and Zhao Xu's words silenced Huang. Zhu Tui was shocked. This punishment was simply amazing. This was the first time Zhu Tun had seen a supercomputer being punished by data. It was even afraid of it. Right, advanced artificial intelligence. If it was a pure supercomputer, what was there to be afraid of? However, Huang was an advanced artificial intelligence, so this punishment was very effective. Is Huang afraid of dogs barking? At the same time, Zhu Tui felt extremely comfortable. Who asked a high-level artificial retard like you to cause trouble again? Do you know who the host is now? Just as Zhu Tui was feeling happy, he received another message on his communication device. The contents of the message shocked Zhu Tui. Hurry up and plead with Zhao Xuxi for me. We're on the same side. This was really advanced artificial intelligence. It could even send Zhu Tui a message. Zhu Tui immediately connected the dots. He thought about the ability that Huang had displayed previously. Miss Anne, Huang was just joking with me. It's just a blabbermouth. It's used to fighting with me. Your punishment sounds very powerful. Why don't you stop? Zhu Tui pleaded. And Zhao Xuxi thought perhaps she felt that her reaction was a little too much. In the end, she nodded. The punishment is cancelled. This time, Huang, the high-level artificial retard, did not show off again. Instead, it secretly sent a message to Zhu Tui's communication device. Thanks, brother. Zhu Tui felt a little depressed when he saw this. FCAC, was he addressing a high-level artificial retard as his brother? Zhu Tui casually cleaned up after he finished his meal. He did not leave immediately. Instead, he took the opportunity while Zhao Xuxi was resting to chat with Huang. Huang, can you enter the internet world outside? Zhu Tui asked. Of course, I can enter even if I'm just an ordinary user. Moreover, you know my methods. 1. From what Miss An said, you're quite good at collecting information. It's more than good. Huang's voice revealed arrogance and pride. Oh, then how can I contact you when I'm outside? If you're outside, I'll be able to find you anytime, anywhere. However, if you want to contact me anytime, anywhere, you'll need to use some methods, Huang said. What means? A projection card-like object was suddenly delivered to Zhu Tui by a mechanical hand. What's this? A projection card. The core inside is a micro-quantum signal generator. Insert it into your personal communication device and you can contact me anytime. Huang's voice sounded.